So, how are you feeling?
Uh, Big question. Um, at the moment, I'm feeling, I guess, like pretty bad, pretty overwhelmed. My name is Kenny Allen, and my relationship to Northwestern is that I'm a senior undergrad here. Uh, I have been here, since September or August of 2019, I guess. So I've been here throughout like basically the whole period of COVID so far. Like when people mostly left Evanston for spring quarter, I was still here. Um, and my roommates mostly left too. So a lot of that time was spent like completely alone. School is like really terrible. This is just like such a colossal waste of everybody's time and effort, and like what is the hardest period that anybody our age has been through so far. It has just been so hard to get myself to like do any schoolwork at all. It's hard to convince myself that I should like spend my time writing an essay while like 3,000 people a day are dying of COVID, and we've been dealing with this for like a year, and everybody is depressed, and I don't know. So school just feels like a waste of time. This time has been the time where I've needed help the most, and it's frustrating because it's like the same things that are causing me to need help are the same things that prevent me from communicating with a professor. So it's like, I don't know, every day I just have this like dread of doing schoolwork and like engaging with my responsibilities. uh Past 2 months, this sounds really sad, but I think it is just sad. It's like numb. I don't know. I just feel like I'm running at like I feel like I have like very little gas in the tank left. And I've spent so much time during this like feeling sad and lonely that it feels pretty normal now. And I don't know. I'm just like not investing the energy to like feel feelings that much. And then past year has been um, hmm, like fragile. Maybe I feel like I've like I don't know. There's this meme of this guy like FaceTiming with himself, and that's sort of how life has felt as I'm like trying to figure things out because I'm just like in my room writing stuff down and thinking, and it's like brought me to a lot of new and fun conclusions, but it really is just me in here. So I like can't even. I don't know. It's been very confusing. So I felt very fragile this whole time. Um, and my social life, it has been like I can't even describe how much of a struggle it's been. It feels like I'm in a long distance relationship with everybody that I know. I don't know. It's like there are all these friendships that I would have had, um, and connections with people I would have had that are just never going to happen now. And it's like I have to come to terms with that, but it's also really freaky to think about. Like, there's a house where like three of my really good friends are living, um, and it's like a six-person house, and I've only set foot in it like twice. And in a regular year, I would have been over there like all the time, like probably like multiple times a week. And now I just have like no idea what's going on with like a bunch of my friends and their living situation. Um, so I think I went from talking to a lot of people and seeing a lot of people on an everyday basis to like spending a lot of time alone in my room with my own thoughts, which has been uh, really terrible. But at the same time, I feel like it's clarified to me like who I want to be and has made me feel like my personality is less of a performance. My mental health, I mean, it's just terrible. I don't see anybody. This is like not how people are supposed to live. Um, so I don't know. There are feelings that I know people have struggled with before the pandemic, but I've never had to deal with before the pandemic. Like, uh, just as an example, it's like depression naps is like something I don't know, I had never encountered before. It feels like humans were not made to live around this disease. So, of course, it's going to feel bad to live around the disease. Because I feel like there's like a very clear binary at the school between people who at least pretend to care about other people and then people who don't at all. When other people aren't doing the same thing, it feels like I'm like causing the like pain and isolation sort of. I think this quarter has been the only quarter I feel like a little confused. Like I see people eating at restaurants or I see people hanging out in like groups inside and it's like jarring to me. I don't know, I just don't know how to reconcile in my head because it's like I want to scold them for being unsafe, but I literally have no idea where their head is at. I think people just are like not comfortable pushing their friends, which is frustrating to me that people won't just like reach out to their friends and say like, "Hey, you're doing a bad thing." Um, so I think that that's like the first step is that people at the school have to get used to like solving problems themselves or having conversations that might seem difficult. Um, I feel like that's where accountability starts. Is like we just have to get comfortable challenging each other. And like if you see a party happening, you can talk to the people. Like it's like completely within your power to talk to them. I think for a change, I'm like a little optimistic about the near future. I think that the spring is going to be much, much happier than the winter has been because I don't think anything can get worse than how this winter has felt. So I'm feeling pretty bad in the like near future, but finally optimistic for what life will look like in 2 months or something. Yeah, I think that's it.